Welcome to another video on my Raspberry Pi 2 running Ubuntu Linux and a robot operating system which is connected to this breadboard with some electronics which are ordinary components as well as some Physiotechnic. And here can a motor be connected. It is connected to the Raspberry Pi through this band cable. And also connected is a serial cable via a stacked RaspberryPi Plus, as well as an HDMI cable connected to this monitor, currently standby. Like I said, it is running Ubuntu Linux because Ubuntu is used by the community to base the robot operating system on. There are other attempts to use other Linux flavors like Fedora, etc., but Ubuntu is the most used. Then, how is it programmed? Well, it's programmed in C++. Right now, my first attempts were using Python. That went well for a bit after I got very severe problems, and those problems were with the data, with the messages actually, which implied that I use the message which is a core activity of the robot operating system to send a message from a node, and this can be a node, this can be a node, and let's put it in its place. A motor can be a node, and you can read from a node because this is a phototransistor, and you can send to a node, and these are well, not really actuators. This is more an actuator than this one, but anyway, you can send a message that this will work. And after using one message, I intended to use more messages, to not use one message for everything. And that went wrong, and that kept on going wrong. So I decided to go back to C++, and there I go with the latest thing. Because it is C++, I can't use the way that I used in Python. So I reintroduced the GPIO class that I wrote for another project on another Raspberry Pi. And last time that gave a problem. Well, not the GPIO class gave a problem, but something else, and that was a déjà vu. So for now, let's see how I can get things maybe running. Also, I have to be careful with this. I also have this iPad which I connected to VNC, and let me lift the camera a bit. So, and I can use my iPad for it. I tried to do it with an Android tablet as well, but I can't connect can't connect it, unfortunately. With another project I could, but with this one I can't yet. So here we have anything that you will see in the screencast. Python environment, tablet, terminal environment, And I have opened one terminal, and that gives a bit of a hassle, because here you see the X for the cursor, and you have to be rather precise to do something. And even then, how do you type? Well, I'm using this keyboard. So, and then take the keyboard out. So it's not really nice to use, but it is possible. So maybe later on. Anyway, enough of this. Let's go to the real screencast and see if I can solve things. So let's see. Alright, so the screencast that I just showed on my tablet, on my iPad, is actually started with this command, because this is VNC terminal 1, this is VNC terminal 2, so the other one has to be 3. And I can try to make 4 for the Android tablet. However, that won't matter. I haven't been able to get it to work yet. Another point is that I also figured out with another project the other day that when I connect it successfully to 2, that the existing desktop 2 will be interrupted. It will be disconnected. So let's make this 4 and we'll see whatever will happen. Another point is also that with this resolution I have no idea how that will work out, but both tablets are 10-inch, 10.5 inch, so that should be okay. Anyway, I haven't prepared yet, as you can see. And one thing is that this, you won't be seeing this on the tablet because this is only on 1. So if I here start another one, this won't be seen on 1, only on 2. So this is what I have to do always, and another one, because this one will be used for starting the publisher. And this is with my well, I should be doing this. I should be doing this command right over here, but I can't copy. So let's go there. Of course, wait, that's a mistake, because I haven't gone to the root directory yet, the root directory of Catkin Workspace. This will be different, and this is the subscriber, so I have to switch them. And usually I do this before. Well, as you can see, not this time. And here you can also see the code that I put in for the GPIO class, which brings me to the following: running because control is publisher, goes here. Oh right, this informs me that I haven't started ROS core yet. So now this. Now I start ROS core. Yep, now it's running. Starting the publisher. That works. So here. No, that's not good. And now for the motor one, motor, which is the publisher, the subscriber, and let's make motor here. Yeah. And the problem last time was data. I can't compile. So this is the old version, not with GPIO class yet, and that's the problem. So next I will first try once again the Android tablet and then go where I left last time. And like I said earlier, my Android tablet VNC works now, just a little bit different, but that's alright. I used a different access point, and that is a lot slower than the tablet needs in this case. So unfortunately it mirrors a bit, so I have to be careful. And with this cross that you can see here, I can select and I can also type. So I'm now in here, and I can type just a command, give enter, and you see whatever is in the directory. Is this very handy? I don't know yet. And this way I can scroll, so you can see here what I showed you on the iPad as well, and what you can see right here in the other desktops, 1, 2 as well. This is nice. Well, you can do more than one thing then, but the only thing is of course that you have to scroll because it's a limited screen. So now I have actually 4 VNC desktops. Is that very handy? I can't tell yet. Maybe it comes in handy once. Or when I have too little space. That can, because that happened in the past as well, that this was just too little space to do things. In that case they come certainly in handy. Anyway, back here to the actual circuit. And yeah, let's see if things compile now. So let's invoke a third window, and with that all space is taken. But I first have to quit this and quit that. Data is included, and last time this gave a huge problem, so let's see. and that was the deja vu, I'm afraid. One package, it should have one message. Yeah, and there you go. So where am I going wrong? I should have, and let's open a new tab for that. So I'm going to source Raspberry Pi, and here I should be, because here in cmake list.txt and package should be included some stuff. Let's first take this one. Message generation, yes, that's correct. And this is very important. Generate message in the message folder. Data.message. So that should be taken care of. Dependencies, data.message. Fine. Then anything else? This actually should be it. So then why? No, here. Then why does it invite the package? If it generates it, okay. And now I want to, alright, now I've come to the point that I actually want to open more stuff than I can handle, than the screen can handle. So I think now VNC on the Android comes in as quite handy, and I hope that will succeed. And let me put the camera on it right here. And unfortunately I can't make it any clearer than this is. So alright, this is the directory and this is the message directory, so let's go there. And there is a data message. And now more important, from when is it exactly? August 13. That's a while back. Okay, what's the content of it? Because it is capital D. Okay. Oh, that is not the correct command to do. This is the correct command. And that's it. And it's not very clearly visible, but it says int 32 array of data, data of int 32 array. So it is there. Not freshly generated, because then it would have today's date. today's date is 21st of October. So why can't it find the data message? Message depends on unknown package. Am I reading this wrong? I think I'm reading it wrong. Because data.msg is not a package, it's a message. So let me go find out why it gives this message then. So I have checked what this message actually means, and it is not that data message is missing, it is the wrong path. Or so it is told. So what do? Well, quite simple. You find which path you have, and that turns out to be, well, catkin workspace source and this one. Well, I do ignore this one because this one is much more interesting. Everything that is in here should be there, it should be found. And this one is not found. So let's for a moment go here. What's in here? Some semi-crystal text, but also this one. So this is the one I care about. This one I don't really know. Let me check this one. It's a general one. It's not. It's at the top level, so I should not even be bothered by it. One I should care about and do care about is this one. Then what is listed in package XML, although I should not actually be bothered about it, because it already states that I should be using this one. Configuring incomplete. Yeah, I know. But if I want to use this data, then it should be in here. So there something definitely goes wrong, which is right here. Add message files and generate message. Alright, I can try something else as well. Going back to root. ROS message package. I already did this, but let's do it again. It features it. So if ROS message can find it, then why can't catkin? Or more appropriate, catkin make? And that's a big one. Now in the information on the internet they said, well, maybe it's not from the source path. But alright, let's go here. although here is the wrong source. But can I use cat can make from the source path? Alright, nope. The specified source space does not exist. So that's the whole point. No, that's not correct. I have to do it from here. Because Catkin makes searches for a source path, which is in this directory, not in the other one. So I'm still baffled about it. And the fact that I have all this to test it, too bad it won't work, not that way. And I can of course test everything outside it, so I might just do that. But this I still don't know. So I still haven't solved the riddle of the unfortunate error, but I made a bash file, just a short script outside of C, outside of Python, just a bash script to access it, because I can get a hold of all commands and be busy for an hour, but this saves a lot of time. So as I showed you earlier in the previous video or the video before that, this is the way to do it just from Linux, to actually do it. So this is red LED, green LED, and this is the motor, or whichever way it is. Okay, so 12 is the motor, 18 is red LED, and well, 24 is the red LED and 18 is the green LED. So therefore I have now to quit this and say, alright, it's not executable, so I have to use bash as a command in front. And now mind the display, so I hope that the motor will work, but let's see. Okay, that it won't, obviously. Yeah. It's too short to get the motor working. Yeah. It needs a lot more. It needs a delay. And I'm not quite sure how to implement the delay in bash. Other than that, well, you can't always get what you want. Copyright Rolling Stones. Let's keep it to that. And I guess that's it for now. So I've got a nice Android tablet in function, which is Linux, by the way. Android is based on Linux. It works. Let me just try to show the whole thing. So while in terminal, I can do just about anything if you look in the right direction. FN keys, anything I can do. And there are the other symbol, the other icons that I have here as well. Same I can do with iPad and already showed you that. I just think that this keyboard is much more pleasant to work with. Other than that, unfortunately no solution yet for C++, but the fact that this basically works, but then from this script means that it actually does work. Alright, so let's for a very last time run real thing. Well, real. It works, but not the way I like it. Let's keep it to that. And with things to improve. Well, this is, let's say, the end of this episode. So, hardware is okay, software isn't. Raspberry Pi running, and then 2 tablets next to each other. This iPad with its keyboard, and then you also see that it's really an iPad because of this symbol, which is the command key for Apple, and this key that I never understood for, but is also typically Apple, and something that reminds me too much of Windows. Anyway, this works. Android, which is Linux, as I said, works. So for now, thanks for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. Give the video a thumbs up. And leave a comment or a suggestion. You can also follow me via Instagram and Twitter. Please be so kind to make a small donation in support of the blog, of the video. You can also become a patron and have your name mentioned on my website anyway, and depending on your pledge also with my videos. This is going to be continued, so thanks for watching and bye bye.